What is up? How we doing? How was everyone's Christmas? And other holidays, if you support. Anyone in chat celebrate a different holiday? Anyone celebrate like Kwanzaa or like Hanukkah or what else? What else is there? Solstice? You look good, thank you. Thank you. Got a Nintendo Switch? Nice. That's a W Christmas right there. Hey, Kurin Dream buying me candy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Literally my new favorite person. I don't buy candy anymore, by the way. So the candy is metaphorical. What's the new video on? We're gonna be doing Rerun timeline video and maybe the Archon video as well. Not Archon, Artifact video. I tried to record the Artifact video yesterday. I had this idea, okay? Because a bunch of people have been like, oh, you don't talk about artifacts as much anymore because you're not making as many guides. Okay, the reason I don't make as many guides is because not that much changes for a bunch of characters. Like, I know Jeff did like an Ask Jeff Arisa video. I'm like, she's the same as she was before. It's so simple. Varese is so simple. Like, what is there to talk about? But there are people who don't understand like the basics. They're new. They've come out. They don't understand the basics of like artifact building, like how to gear your team artifacts. Like one person on Noblesse, one person on Silk, and if someone can be on Noblesse, then you put Chev on Song of Days Past, and then like all the different support artifact sets there are. I feel like that is like there's a gap in knowledge there. So I want to do a video kind of addressing all of that. And just like, basically if you watch that video, you won't really need a guide for any rerun character, aside from like a weapon ranking or something like that. Plus, I am adjusting things. I will be putting guides into my comparison videos. So that's also a thing that's going to be happening. But in the meantime, I want to do this artifact video, and so we're gonna try and get that out. But maybe we'll do that before the rerun timeline video. I don't know. Flynn's Premium look like the strongest sustained team is never sustained stronger. They're both amazing. They're both top tier. They're both pretty much the same. I'm just gonna my official answer is that they're both pretty much the same. And same with Zibby. All three pretty much the same. Yeah, that's my official answer. We're locked in. I think to say that there's any meaningful difference is, you can argue a meaningful difference for any of them, but it's just whatever your agenda is, And my agenda is world peace. Is Zibby without C6 Aluga beneath Flynn's and Ineffa? For sure. But the thing is, that's a one less cost team. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have, like if you only pull Columbina, like is it really fair to judge Zibby with just herself and no 5-star support? When the other two get the 5-star support, that's not really fair. So you gotta give Zibby her C1. Need to learn some basic Chinese, bro. Bro, every time I pronounce it, people say I'm saying a slur. And I'm just gonna wait for the official pronunciation. Judge them all alone, delete the teams. Aye. Bye sounds like bye. Yeah, well that's how I said it before. And people got mad at me. No matter what, people get mad at me, so her name is Zabubu. Just got favorite rerun? No. Anytime now. Anytime now. C6 4-stars are way more expensive than a C0 5-star? Yeah. That's not, but you didn't understand what I'm saying. You don't have to get Iluga C6, you just have to get Zabubu C1. That's your 5-star support. Where's your Santa hat? Christmas is over, buddy. It's over there, though. I dressed up as Santa for Christmas. The kids love it. Any news on Varka leaks? Nope, nothing. I have Llama and Ina. Should I pull Columbina? Oh, no, for my rerun. Next character's a guarantee. I would pull Columbina, yeah. Unless you're trying to, like, flesh out your teams more and... You know, but... Columbina is definitely good for that team. Yeah, we had a good Christmas. The kids had a great Christmas. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Is Moika likely to rerun 6.4? I don't know. She better rerun. She's an Archon, so they rerun pretty regularly. I do expect her to rerun once during Nodcry, but I don't really know where. Is Caesar Zabubu not on par with other Nodcry DPSs? At equal investment, she absolutely is. No YouTube channel stream? Ah, yes. We're using the record. We're using the record screen instead of the streaming screen. At equal investment, she absolutely is, if not better. Oh, Nethermite, subscribe for 3 months at tier 1. Literally my new favorite person. Thank you so much, Nethermite. Appreciate it. If you actually do a fair comparison, she absolutely is. They're all right there. Is Fractured Halo worth it? Yeah, Ineffa's weapon. I mean, I haven't seen calcs on how much it improves the team DPS. I'm kind of curious. Anyone have any? Why isn't there any sound? I turned up the sound. Can you guys hear sound? Is it just me? You want if both teams receive 0, then they're equal? No, if you equalize investment. If Flynn's and Llama don't have their dedicated support, or if you give them their dedicated support, and in Zibby's case, you give her, like, any point of vertical. So you give her her weapon or her... more likely her C1, right? Pulling Zibby instead of Columbina Sig? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I hear? Okay, it's just me. Something wrong with my headphones. Fix it up. Maybe they're dead. I forgot to put them in their case. My daughter was playing with them. Morning, Rainbow. I have Flynn's and want Zabubu, who gets Bina. Whatever team needs help for that Stygian or whatever. Like, just like treat it as like oh, this boss is a little bit harder. You know, Zabubu is really shielded, so I'm gonna give it so she'll easily clear without. So I'm gonna give it to Flynn's. You know. How much of an upgrade would Columbina be replacing Barbara with Nilu, Nahida, and Llama? Well, Barbara is your healer, so can you replace it? Do you have Llama C1? It's a huge upgrade. That's like at least a 20k DPS upgrade, if I remember correctly, but... Where are you from? I'm from Canada. Is Zabubu better than Veresa? Yeah, definitely. Way better. That's like a little bit better of a comparison because they both need C6 4-stars. Ineffa is an Archon. She's like the stronger She's arguably stronger than Columbina. The only way Ineffa reaches Archon levels is with Columbina, but arguably the support is more integral to the team. I'm so tired of pulling cons or weapons. Who can I clear Dire with? C005, the premium team. Skirk, Moika, Nefer, Flints with Columbina, Zabubu with Columbina should all be able to, but it's really hard. Clearing Dire at C0 is like really hard. Barely anyone can do that. Dire is not meant to be cleared at C0. Traveler skins? Yeah. I actually knew about that before I got early information. Never happens. And by that I mean what? Why can't my headphones work? Oh, I can't play that. Oh no. I exited. I exited Twitch. Best free to play weapon from Columbina? It's the you know the one. Prototype Amber. People are dumb or something. I showed you so many tier lists and they're like big ear needs. Who cares? Total trash. Bro, it's objective tier list, not a regular one. I don't know. People got all sorts of opinions and don't always have critical thinking. Which second DPS should I get if I had Moika C6? Whatever one you want. As long as they're where's my tier list? Just pick one of the tier 0.51 and enjoy. Or wait for Zabubu. Sack Jade or Piamber for Bina. It depends on the ER needs. If she has high ER needs, then you need Amber. But if you're playing like double Hydro or teams where with Raiden, then you can do Sack Jade. Really wanting Barista, but I have to get Columbina. Also really want Ineffa. A 50 pity. Only have enough wishes to save guaranteed 1 to 5 star. 1 5-star at the moment. Damn. Your profile kind of looks like Barista, you know? It's got the same colors. Except instead of cat, she's cow. Meta-wise, you should skip Barista. You didn't tell me you're ranking Wander C1? No? It's on the tier list. Probably should get an Ineffa too, ideally. But do you have? But if you want to just forget about Ineffa, you could go with just go with Lauma, Nefer, right? Because you have Nefer, right? So what are you going to use Ineffa for? Do you need either of the weapons? No, skip Columbina's weapon. Yeah, just forget about Ineffa, because you don't have flints. So just skip the flint stuff, just skip the lunar charge stuff, and just go for Llama, and just make your Llama team, or just make your Nefer team broken with Columbina. That's what I would do. Ineffa or Columbina for a nod cry account? it's kind of like not in my opinion, it's kind of not really worth it to get either. You either get both or neither, basically. Or you get Columbian Llama, or you get, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, or you get, yeah. Where's April? Bro, am I not enough for you? Is the Jello Impact official from the hit YouTube channel Jello Impact not enough? Where is April? Does April have a YouTube channel? Does April have a YouTube channel? Aside from the best podcast on YouTube, Waifus and Slander, go check it out. No, April does not have a YouTube channel. Jello has a YouTube channel. From the hit YouTube channel Jello Impact. Okay. Who? I see you. I see what you're trying to do, and you can't fool me. Okay, so you guys can hear the background sound, but I can't. This is really upsetting. Oh, I can hear that. Why is Ineffa better than Llama? Is it because of Columbiana? Ineffa isn't really better than Llama. She just is more flexible, so that's why. Like, Ineffa works with more carries. Llama only works with carries that synergize with Dendro. Ineffa can wheelchair anyone that can allow Electro Charge to happen on the team, which is a lot more than can allow Hyper Bloom. You know? How's the volume of the music? Why can't I see them? Oh, I see. This is like turned way up. Fairly low. Okay, we'll see if that. We'll see how this is. Is Luga must pull for Lunar Crest Lies? Only for Zabubu. Favorite streamer makes tier list, so I don't have to. No one's willing to make a tier list, man. No one. All of them are cowards. All the other content creators are cowards. I'm telling you right now. They're all cowards. You see Jeff making a tier list? Nope. You see Ziox making a tier list? Nuh-uh. You see Flip making a tier list? Nope. You see TGS making a tier list? Nuh-uh. Cowards, the lot of them. No, I do understand. I do understand. It's not. A lot of people believe on principle that it's not an accurate way to represent the characters. It's not an accurate way to judge characters. But I say that's cope. I say that just because they're cowards. It has nothing to, you know. How good is Skirk with Escoffier and no other 5 stars? Pretty good. Quite good. Yeah. Still a tier 0.5. TGS is more of a specialist, you're a generalist. I am good friends with TGS. I'm just kidding. I saw Eeks make a tier list. Eeks is based, not a coward. I'm hoping for an Eeks collab. The rank is based on C1. We, yeah, we use the free C1. We consider that free C1. Do you think Duran's value will increase or decrease with time? It will increase with the release of Hexarai characters, most likely. Nor made a tier list a few days. Ooh. No, I didn't see it. I don't watch very much Genshin YouTube. Scoffy or Column Ineffa if I don't have any lunar characters, and I have Skirk and Frina. As long as you're not trying to make a lunar team, then I would definitely go for a Scoffy. But she's not rerunning for a little bit, it seems. Your favorite football team? Is that American football or European football? Trick question. Doesn't matter. Don't care about either. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm a true Canadian. I only care about hockey. Ah! Sorry. Is Goro still that bad with Zububu? No, Goro's good with Zububu, but yeah. You kind of have to forgo a defensive utility. Nora calcs are better, from Nora interesting. He says that new artifacts are better on Bina. Yeah, I am not surprised at a higher, because Nora calcs at a higher investment, and Genshin seems to intend artifacts at a higher investment than KQM. So like Skirk's artifact set also gets better at higher investment. And so even though technically Marishisei should always be better, it's in practice it feels better to use Skirk's Sig set. Are crystallized shields still generate lunar crystallizes? No, they're not. Genshin Impact YouTubers tier list? No way. I already got Verisa and her weapons. C3 Yansa and C1 Chevru. Ooh. Should I go all in and skip Zabubu? Or go 50-50 on both characters? Ooh, tough. I don't know. Do you need another team? The Verisa should still be pretty strong with her weapon. Do you want to make... I don't know. Do you want another team or do you want to make Verisa stronger? It's up to you. If you're on 50-50, you could go for some copies of the 4 stars. I kind of would, you know, kind of risk it. Build pity if you don't mind. That's probably what I would do. Like try and snipe some copies without getting Verisa. But then Aluga, but then Zebubu wants Aluga, so never mind. Have you pre-farmed Zebubu artifacts? We've tried. We got a decent like feather the other day, I think. Let's see if we can, let's see what we can build so far. Where's our Ningguang? So we got this piece. That's an upgrade. So that's good. There's also this piece. So it's got less crit value, but it has defense, but it rolled into ER. Is Zabubu viable with no sustain? I don't think so. Zabubu, yes. How do you take into account higher artifact investment? What do you mean? Will Zabubaboo? Will Zabibiboo need get an artifact set? No, it's gonna be this one. And yeah, no, she doesn't need ER. Kalmina bridges lunar reactions to all their characters? She does, yes. But it's currently like... It's not that crazy. Aside from helping with Shill, it's not that useful. Hmm. Oh wait, this is an attack sense. Okay, my bad. That was kind of a waste to level up. I thought it was a defense for Zabubu. Okay. It's funny. I have so many defense pieces. This is pretty nice. This is a pretty nice piece. We don't want attack, so that one rolled twice into flat attack. Good lord. What about this one? Oh, that's a good. Yeah. And then this versus this. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And then for a defense goblet, I'm pretty excited to roll some of my double crit defense pieces. You ready for this? Okay, so we have this. That's no good. Look at that. That could be good. 4-line start with EM. Another 4-line start. 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 Okay, this one has the best chance though. 4-line start with EM. Is Race as good as Ineffa? No. They're very weird comparison though. You think picking a copy of Bina is worth it even if I don't plan on getting Zebra? I just came back to the game planning on getting a Skirk and a Scafe first. You definitely want at least another lunar character to make Columbina worth it, in my opinion. We're gonna fodder this one. Ready? That went terribly. Zombie guitar, are you wanting to get banned? Is the M all that bad? It just didn't roll well. Where was it? What are the 4 stars next banner? I don't think we know. What artifact was it? I forget. Thinking of adding a tier in the middle of tier 3 and 4, calling it 3.5. You could do that. I'm thinking of just merging everything below tier 3 together because it kind of doesn't matter. I don't know. Getting super pedantic about the other ones is not very worth it, in my opinion. How much EM should I get for Zabubu? She just wants whatever EM substats you end up with. You don't specifically go for EM. Columbia Navia Lunar Crystallize is a good upgrade for Navia Camp. Yeah. As I don't need 2 Geo DPSs. Well, yeah, you can drop Navia. It is a good upgrade, yes. Okay, ready? Tragic. Okay, let's try again. Iluga, Aino, Goro on the Boo banner. Is that true? We don't know. It would make sense, though. I could also see Ino being with Columbina. I know that's weird, but I could definitely see that. How much defense does Zebra need? Zebra needs def crit. It's not like you don't go for a specific amount of defense. She just wants def crit. Bro, why? This is the last 4 line. What constellation does Aluga become better than Shalon in a zebra comp? For sure. Well, I think if you have a really good artifacts on your zebra, then even at C2 it should be better. Come on. Okay. Bro. How is life this tragic? Bro! That's all my 4-liners. Oh, no, it's not. What team should I run if I can't C6 Aluga? The same team. But you can do Shalon and Farina, Columbina, but the better your zebra is, the worse that team gets. Okay, one more. It's already the best one. Need one more. Yes, let's go. Fucking finally. Holy shit. I think this will be good. And we have some pretty good EM. So we're like 100. Yeah, this is good. So 100 and something crit value. We've got some defense substats, some EM substats. Yeah. What's the weapon? Are you gonna get her SIG? Yeah. Her weapon has crit damage. So, yeah. So it's gonna be, and then I think she has crit damage ascension as well. Does the boo-boo weapon cover up for not having Calamity on the team? Yep. Pretty close. Pretty close, yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This might be the first time though that I go for C1. I think I'm changing the way I'm doing things. Instead of getting C0 R1, I might go C1 R0 for certain characters. So, because I just think it's better to do that. Like, it's kind of stupid that I didn't do that before, I guess. But it's because I usually also tested with C0 R0. But now I kind of just want to go with either C1 R0 or C0 R1. The only character that really loses out is Arlecchino, because it's too late for me to get her C1. And she's like the only character that it really matters for. Also a bit Novelette, but mostly it's Arlecchino. Sig better than free to play by 23%. So sad. That's Harbinger of Dawn. It's quite a bit better. And it's like that's a good amount. It was the way people calculating it before was sad. Now it's looking pretty good. C1R0 or C0R1. C0R1 is better, but it's better to get closer to C6 Iluga, Baby Beluga. So you do want to go for C1 if you don't have C6 Baby Beluga yet. Flute is 23, Harbinger is 12. Flip calculated is 29 and like 19 or something. Flute R5, yeah. Does EM matter for Overload Veresa? No. You don't want EM on Veresa. Just period. Is Novlet worth pulling? I made a full video on that, comparing the current DPSs. Basically, it's not unless you like him, but it's not that bad. Harbinger of Dawn so fake? I know. By the way, this stream is sponsored by none other than our partners, lootbar.gg. Yay for Lootbar. Lootbar is huge. I use Lootbar for my own personal account for a year before being sponsored by them. So yeah, I trust them with my own account, and they are very safe. They give you up to 25+% discount on the your Genesis crystals. So currently there's the $100 pack that's on sale for 77. So it's 106 Canadian. That's why it's higher price there. You get cash back on every purchase. New users get 10% discount. Returning users get 15%, whether it's Welkin or more. You can also top up for Gooner Zone 0 or Honky Starbucks. And yeah, obviously only spend if you were going to spend anyways. Definitely not trying to convince anyone to spend. But if you're going to spend anyways, might as well save money, support the channel. Yay, Loot Bar. Why is Harbinger of Dawn so fake? Because where's the sword character? Because when HP is above 90%, increases crit rate by 28%. So losing 28% crit rate if you ever get hit is harsh. And very few teams are going to be able to keep up that passive. With Zhongli, it is achievable. But even then, if your Zhongli shield goes away and you get hit, then you're done. And there's no healing. So it's just a reset. C2 or Caesar R1 for Mulaney? C2. No, not Loot Bar. Oh yeah, Loot Bar, baby. Amber will heal. Oh dear. With Zhongli plus defense scaling. That's true. It is defense scaling. You're right. You're right. You're right. With Zhongli, it should be real. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. C2R0 Columbina with C0 Zabubu. Is that good? Yeah, it'll be good for sure. My Flynn's crit rate 74, crit damages 312. Is that after the 30 crit rate from here? I guess it must be. It's a bit low on crit rate. Why not go a bit higher? 312 crit damage is a bit like overkilled. League's just saying Syndrone's Electro super kind of DPS. Yeah, if you want to check my thoughts on that, we had a really fun discussion about that on our podcast channel. The most recent podcast, so good. R5 claim, nice. R5 Nod Cry Craftable Spear better than R1 Deathmatch for Ineffa? Yeah. Flynn's 150k confirmed. That's the current state. Yep. Does more defense in a character also improve their resistance and option? No. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of really cool if it did. But it does increase shield strength. Oh yeah, the weekly bosses. I haven't done weekly bosses. Shoot. Is it okay to skip Columbiana 5-0, not cry 5 stars? And you expect to not get any? Yeah, I would skip I think I would skip Columbiana. If you don't have any not cry character 5 stars and you don't plan on getting any, yeah, I would skip Columbiana. We don't eventually find out that loot bars and money laundering scheme will be shocked. Well, it would have to be. There's a lot of companies like Loot Bar. So you think all of them are money laundering schemes? They just use currency exchange to get cheaper crystals. Is my understanding. No Ineffa is a lunar charge support. We're gonna get bored of playing Skirk. Maybe if Zabibi is really fun. I Escoffier, no! Shenhe, no! Skirk! Why am I so bad? What is this? Bro. It's actually, that boss is actually crazy. Because it's not just Loot Bar. There's Loot Bar, there's Coda Shop, not Coda Shop. There's LD Shop, there's whatever. There's all sorts of other new ones popping up all the time. And they partner directly with Razor Gold. They have contracts with Razor Gold, which is an official Genshin company, which they wouldn't, with Genshin, wouldn't allow if it was super shady. So I don't know. I just don't see it. My G's throwing for content. Yeah, I'm throwing by reading chat. Reading chat is a huge detriment. That was a C6 Skirk. It's C0. Plays Genshin as his job, by the way. Oh my god. Oh, oh, we didn't die. Holy shit damage. Get back. Okay, we did it. My country's so trash, the buying from Genshin's cheaper than Loot Bar after taxes. Yep. That's how it works. It's so annoying to ask something and get a Twitch ad. I swear Twitch does that on purpose. Primos for resin, holy rail. I accidentally already spent my resin, but I really need to do the weekly bosses.
This realm is
just like Calix, Jealous should take the gameplay from others too. Ah. Nice. I always said I'm a man of the people. I always said that. Hey, I always said I was a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. What build do you give your skirk? Just finale, little finale. Little 74 to 227. Oh, it's the wrong. Raiden's using her feather. Little 81 212. It's a pretty good build. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Is having Ineffa good enough to pull Columbina? Yeah. It's our calcs. I don't see what the big deal of not calcing yourself is. I really don't. People get so high and mighty. Oh, they don't do any calcs themselves. And I've yet to hear one, not even intelligent reason. What? How did she die? Not even one intelligent reason, just one reason in general as to what is wrong with just looking at a ton of calcs. I've yet to hear a single reason as to what's wrong with that. He doesn't do any calcs himself. So?
Off to the freezer.
You know? Need to show us, you know, math, obviously. Yeah, exactly. I could pull out some of my old report cards from high school. I hear low tier god is great at calcs. I don't know. Look at that energy. He never does any calcs, says some guy who never does any calcs himself. True. But he also, it just doesn't matter. So what if you don't do any calcs? What's the problem? If you're informed. Wait, why are we not doing damage? Where's my damage? Wait, okay, we're doing damage. Never mind, never mind. We did damage. I was like, where's my damage? But it was there. How old would those report cards be? Okay. I don't have them anymore. 5 Flins, but no Ineffa. Is it worth getting Columbina? You want to get Ineffa first, but it still would be, I don't know, worth it's kind of difficult, but still would be good to get Columbina. When's Arlecchino coming back? Oh, she just left, bro. Probably like a year. In a time of AI, don't calc yourself. Oh, bro, I'm so excited for AI to do all the calcs. Bro, can you imagine when AI is actually good? Can you imagine when AI is actually good and I can just tell it to calc shit? Holy shit, that's gonna be so good, bro. Imagine you just give it your screenshot and tell it to calc. What's your crit rate? 30? It's 85. And that's with, it's 81. Okay. Does Ineffa need her weapon? No. AI is ass. I know. Imagine if AI was actually good, it could already do calcs. AI is trash. I'd rather let people do it. Math? I don't know. I think math is one thing that we can outsource to AI. Come on, let's be real. It's just a it's just a more complex calculator. Do you want to let people like do times tables by hand too? I'd rather let people ban calculators. Forget it. It's just a calculator. I'm not talking about art. Let's be real here. We can have AI do math. That's something that AI should be doing. Wasting IRL hydro because you're too lazy. No. Do you know how long it takes to do calcs? No one will even do a Chaska calc for me if I pay them. I pay them, and they won't do a Chaska calc. That's the state we're at. Favorite Hoyo MC design? Oh, it's definitely this outfit of Belle. Definitely. It's not close. This one. Yeah. You call it Xeno 0 and you bought Belle's skin? I didn't buy it. It was free. And it is Gunnar Zone 0. Have you seen these fucking characters? Look at this. What is this? Who is that? This one. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What the... What is this? Ah! Who else? This one? Ah! Ah! Jesus Christ. I quit the game. I'm not playing it all that much. People still acting like Gunnar Zone 0 is an insult. It's just facts, man. It's just facts. It's just the fact. It's not like it's not a slight. It's just the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. I just put Archon in C tier. Out of context things. Out of context things. That's really funny. Every time I think I should try ZZ again, my thought knowing the fan art is free. Disgusting. What game is that? And what's the name so I can avoid it? Do you play WUA? I have played WUA. I don't currently play it. It's hard for me to play multiple gachas, bro. Who's saying that's disgusting? Bro saw a woman and started freaking out. Yeah, okay. See too early with no context is crazy. I know, that goes hard. Yeah, okay, I think Moik is too much here. So what do we put? Are you excited for the new Traveler skins? I am. I don't like it's easy gameplay. It keeps telling me to press the button. Let me do it. If that's the reason you don't like it, I feel like you can keep trying. Okay. I said just WWM. Try to mobile can be your stall game. WWM. Your stall game. Looks cool. Which phase is Ineffa? Should be first phase. Where is Columbina? There she is. They put a new one. Oh no, sorry. Ineffa's second phase. Sorry. I was thinking of Columbina. And where is Novelet? They keep changing out images, and then it ruins my tier list. Okay, we already know this one. Then we'll put Baby Beluga over there. It has no waifus, you won't like it. True. Scoffy and 6.5, that's what I think. Some sources say Ineffa first phase, some say second. It should be second. Llama 6.4, isn't she like 6.6 plus? Why? They're rerunning Ineffa. Llama was the patch after Ineffa. Who do you think will be here instead? They can't rerun Venti again. The fourth is the new standard character. Is there an Archon rule for 6.5? What do you mean? Oh, like, there has to be an Archon? Skirk's an Archon. 4 crowds in 1 patch? Yeah, maybe that's a lot. It's tough. What do you think? What do you guys, instead of like telling me what's wrong about it, you should tell me who should go where instead. Because it's easy to point out things that look wrong, but where should it go instead? This one's not late. Yeah, tell me where he should go. Tell me what should switch. Alice when? Sometime in 7.x. Weekend 6.5, a Scuffy and 6.4. Well, that would make too many characters in 6.4. Who switches out? Like Llama goes to 6.6. Our feeling was that 6.5 is like a bit stacked with Skirk, Iskafi, with Skirk, Seatlali, Moika, all in the same patch. That's a bit stacked, no? Flynn instead of Duran? I think Duran because it's Hexarai. Chongin? Yeah, there's the standard banner cryo. Actually, if there's a standard banner cryo DPS, then maybe a Scafia does go with him. That kind of works. That kind of works. That kind of makes sense. Rerun Cloran for one final laugh. I think she's done. Center banner DPS. If you laugh, yeah. If you laugh, Escafia lets out her goose. Who's Hydro Traveler representing? Columbina rerun. Maybe they put another Columbina image. No. What's the 4-star alongside Columbina? We don't know. Do you think Muika will still be the power DPS when Alistair Nicole shows up? I don't know. I don't know. Flint should swap with Llama. So Flint and Ineffa aren't that far apart. Hmm. Hmm. I would like to move Flint's. Is this guy if you get him out team? She's okay. Is it true that Zebra is looking weaker than Skirk and Verisa? No, that's not true. Flint's is definitely before Laura. This is so difficult. I think Genshin will release 5-star SP characters of 4 stars. I hope so, but it doesn't seem like it. I have Flint's. Should I prioritize Ineffa or Columbina? It's tough because Ineffa is the better upgrade, but Columbina's first, so can't really go wrong with either one. 6.5 is missing an Archon. Skirk is pretty much Archon enough. I just can't see them putting Moika here. It'll be too stacked. They don't always do an Archon. $6.8. Apparently there's no 6.8. I know they always say that. Call me Rerun 6.7. Yeah, exactly. Does Archon cost NA 6.3? I don't know. I think Moika would be with Varka. I think Moika was too recent. Moika just ran in 5.7. So I think 6.4 is too soon. Who's the Scoffy? Standard banner, cryo DPS. Standard banner, cryo boy DPS. Fiona in 6.9, huge. Moika might be a cope option for Varka. Seems weird. Ineffa isn't with Columbina? No. We give Varka to bait weapon pulls, double claymore. So you guys, what do you guys think? This? Which one of these? Llama, switch Llama and Flynn's or keep? Switch or keep? Llama first or Flynn's first? Llama Flynn's, Llama first or Flynn's first? Keep, switch, Flynn's. Flynn's needs is getting a rerun? What? Kniech is not rerunning. Yeah, maybe they just won't rerun Kniech. When did Kniech last rerun? 5.6? Yeah, he probably won't rerun. I kind of thought maybe to take advantage of like Durin Moika shenanigans, but yeah, probably not. Llama first because they need to rage bait friends lovers. That's what I think too. My heart just says that Llama will be before Flints. Rerun an Archon 6.x like they did Raiden 5.x. Did they rerun Raiden twice in 5.x? Triple banners coming? No, with Chronicled banner, they won't go to triple banners. Are you predicting Fontaine 7.x? Yeah, sometime in the 7.x. Chaska rerun? Do you think they'll put Arlecchino on the Fontaine Chronicled or no? I'm kind of on the fence. They could run Farina again. $6.1. Too early for Nightland Chronicled? Oh, way too early, yeah. Cloran had less reruns. Any chance for rerun? I don't think so. Personally. Personally, I don't think so. So who else is running in 6.7 then? In that case, shouldn't Finding Chronicle be before Mondstadt Chronicled? I don't think so. Because these characters got buffed and haven't had a chance to rerun yet, so I'm thinking Mondstadt Chronicled alongside the Hex Array reruns. Skirk Weapon or Columina cons. Skirk Weapon is very good, so if you want to make your Skirk team stronger, then go for Skirk. And 6.7 Zabibi Rebound. Oh. Could be. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes kind of sense. Okay, we'll put Aluga here then. I can kind of see that. Especially if Senrai does end up being Geo, which we don't think she will be. Don't think they'd rerun Monster Chronicle when they go back there in 6.4. Yeah, so it's between Leeway Chronicle and 6.3 or Mondstadt Chronicle in 6.4. One of those is going to happen. But I don't know which. And I don't know if it's really possible to think about it properly. It's a new artifact set or a Silken Moon Strain better for Columbia. It depends on the team. Depends on the team. And it might depend on your investment. The better your Columbina, the more the set might be, the new set might be better. Hex and Circle is a joke? I don't know about that. Mondstadt's way overdue? Yeah, but Leeway's overdue too. They could do both Chronicled. I don't see it. I feel, the thing is, I feel like if they were going to do the Mondstadt Chronicled, like, why didn't they do it for Durin? But yeah, I mean, I guess it could be 6.4. Well, they buff Leeway characters next because of Lunar Crystallize. The Leeway characters are getting buffed like probably next year. And they like to boost Lantern Run. Memoirs and Leeway to line up with Leeway buffs. They won't be till next year. Yolan's Unchronicled. I think it's time. We don't know that for sure, but I hope so. I think it's time for Yolan to join Chronicled. I'm surprised the buffs aren't next patch coincide with line of right. No, they're gonna milk the Hexorai buffs all year, and then next year will be Leeway buffs. Like next patch. Like Shiniznaya. Is there any reality where our Moika is the Archon for 6.4? I don't think so. She just reran in like 5.7. So I don't see it. Who the trial is meant to represent? Columbina. Double Archon? What? Why? That Colombian Ineffa on the first half? I don't think so. I think the buffs are pretty clear. The buffs are pretty clear. Unless they change them. I haven't seen anything reliable about Colombina being in the first half. Is Flips 154 double crow map team legit? Does that mean Escoffier is the best for us? Yeah, if you can do the melt combo, then yeah. It's really hard though. Let's do... I'm just feeling. All right, we're gonna record this video. Does high ping mess up melt? Yeah, it does. You kind of look like Flints. Ooh, what is this? I need to get way longer bangs. I don't know. Way longer bangs. Okay. What is considered high ping? Notice no difference between 10 ping and 170 ping? Damn. If you... That's... You should notice a difference. Okay, we're gonna record the video, so if people start asking me questions, let them know that I'm recording. Leeway's written wrong on the tier list. Oh, true. Yeah, I just can't. I can never get it right. Okay, I'm gonna record. How do I start recording again? What do I say? I forget how to do YouTube video. Can someone else do it, please? How do I start this type of video? What's my introduction? All the Christmas turkeys are catching up with me. This video is sponsored by Leaf Bar. Oh my god. All right. With 2026 right around the corner, I think it's the perfect time to go through all the future characters in Genshin Impact. I think it's the perfect time to go through all the characters of Genshin Impact and talk about when they are going to get their release or rerun so that you can plan your pulls to help you plan your pulls the best way possible. Welcome to Jello Impact, where we build and test every single character to help you decide who you want to wish for and build. As usual, the sooner the character is on this list, the more reliable things are. I'll start talking about when things get less reliable and more speculation based. But for the first one here, starting with 6.3 and first half and second half, it should be pretty reliable, even the halves that we're getting them. Neuvillette and Columbina being the first half is pretty much a shoo-in based on the Abyss buffs and Abyss blessings that we're getting. It just wouldn't make sense to have it any other way. A bunch of people are saying maybe Ineffa and Neuvillette will be switched, but it's looking to me, at least currently, unless things change, that it will be Columbina and Neuvillette in the first half. And the White Horse Adeptus and Ineffa in the second half. It's just looking how it's going to go. And it will be Lantern Rite. So I personally expect the Liyue Chronicled Wish to be alongside 6.3. Now, there is some question about this, because if we look at our handy dandy rerun sheet, we can see that the Mondstadt characters from the Chronicled Wish reran before the Liyue ones. Liyue was in 5.3, the Chronicled Wish, whereas Mondstadt was in 4.5. So much longer time since it's been a Mondstadt Chronicled Wish, and Mondstadt just got their buff. So a lot of people expect the Mondstadt Chronicled Wish, especially when we're looking at 6.4, when we probably have Varka. I think that is a very strong possibility. However, I also feel like if they were going to do a Chronicled Wish for Mondstadt, they should have really done it already. And I feel like Genshin usually likes to boost up the Liyue or the Lantern Rite sales with a Chronicled Wish. They did the Liyue Chronicled Wish last year for Lantern Rite, so I expect them to do it again, but I could see them, instead of doing the Liyue Chronicled Wish for Lantern Rite, I could see them doing a Mondstadt Chronicled Wish the next patch instead. But that would mean, when are they going to do a Liyue Chronicled Wish? It's not going to be until next year. And a lot of people think, oh, well, they're going to do the Liyue character buff soon. I don't think that's going to be till next year either. The Mondstadt buffs come with the Hexerai faction. So we're not done with Hexerai faction by a long shot. We still have Varka and Nicole as brand new characters to come to the Hexerai faction during the Nodcry region. So I expect that we're going to be focused on the Nodcry region, on the Hexerai buffs throughout the whole of the Nodcry region. I don't expect we're going to move into Liyue buffs until the next version, until version 7 point whatever. So for that reason, I think now is the time to do the Liyue Chronicled Wish, but I won't be too surprised if it ends up being Mondstadt Chronicled Wish in 6.4 instead. And we don't usually get any pre-release information on when the Chronicled Wishes are going to be. So it's always just a guess. They just surprise us out of nowhere on the live stream, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Moving on to 6.4. So I have Varka here. He will be the main focus for 6.4. Most likely, this seems fairly reliable. We usually get an Archon or Archon-like character every version. So Raiden is the next in line to get one. And then the other character that people who are in the know for predicting things say that there's going to be in 6.4 is no, it's not Chongyun. Apparently, it will be a standard banner cryo DPS. Seems a little bit wild. Seems a little bit ridiculous. Maybe they'll change it to a cryo support. Maybe, I don't know. But apparently, it's going to be a small male cryo DPS. And it's going to be standard banner. And apparently, it's going to be in the second half. So if that is the case, I could absolutely see Escoffier being a rerun character alongside this new cryo character. It's been a while since Escoffier and Skirk have reran, and they'll probably going to want to put it in there. Sometimes I don't see them putting Skirk in this one, but that's not impossible. Moving on to 6.5. Apparently, it's going to be the Snow Maiden. This image and the Snow Maiden was shown in the Hexarai trailer, one of the trailers anyways. And so we know this character exists, and the pre-release information says that she's going to be coming in 6.5. The big question is, what will she do? Because I can see a couple possibilities for what she's doing. If she's a Nodcry character, it's kind of tough. Okay, so she's probably going to be a cryo character. If she's a cryo character, you know, being the Snow Maiden, then I expect her to be, you know, you'd first expect her to maybe be a Skirk support. We haven't had a Skirk, you know, 4th slot character yet. A lot of people think that that means that she's going to be a Skirk support. However, if she's a Nodcry character, I kind of expect her to be a Lunar character. But Cryo doesn't have any Lunar reactions. So do they add a Lunar reaction? Or is she a Nodcry character that doesn't work with Lunar characters? And she's just completely separate. That would seem weird as well. It would seem weird if she didn't work with Columbina at all. So do they create a new Lunar reaction for the Cryo character and then make her work with Columbina? That seems pretty unlikely as well, since Columbina, what are the odds of them fundamentally changing Columbina's kit and adding another Lunar reaction after the fact? Seems kind of unlikely. Or maybe she's kind of got green hair. Maybe she'll work with Llama and be a Dendro character. I don't know. There's a lot to wonder and to think about when it comes to a new Cryo character coming. And then also, of course, we have the new Cryo DPS. Maybe they work with the new character as well. If they're releasing a new Cryo DPS and they release another limited Cryo character, what are the odds that they don't want them to go together? So overall, I do not know what to think. All I know for sure is that Skirk is due for a rerun. I put Silali here, and then I put Llama here. They're all due for reruns. And they kind of fits thematically and elemental wise and conceptually. So, you know, we're in speculation territory, right? With what they're going to do and what reruns are going to happen. It's all subject to change. It's my opinion. This kind of makes sense in a way to me. For 6.6, that should be fairly reliable that we're getting Nicole. This should be fairly reliable. The pre-release information and the predictors that have been reliable at predicting things so far say that Nicole is going to be released in 6.6. And if Nicole is getting released in 6.6, I absolutely expect Durin to rerun in 6.6. And then I'm also expecting a Mondstadt Chronicled. It's a bit sooner than usual to have another Chronicled, but they need to start pumping these out a bit sooner. And to me, this makes the most sense. This is how we get both a Leeway Chronicled and a Mondstadt Chronicled during the 6.x version. I think that's important that they do that. I hope that they think that that's important to do. If we put the Mondstadt Chronicle in 6.4, then we're getting 2 years. We're skipping Leeway Chronicle this year, and it's waiting until next year, which unfortunately I could see that happening, but I hope not. I hope that they will try and rerun each character at least once a year. That seems like the goal that they should be striving for. So anyways, with Nicole and Durin, I expect them to work very well together. I expect the team to be Varka, Nicole, Durin, Bennett, or Varka, Nicole, Durin, Venti. I'm really kind of agreeing with this Varka is an Animo Pyro Skirk kind of character. I'm thinking that is probably what's going to happen. And a Durin rerun in 6.6 makes sense to me, especially if Varka really wants Durin and we get Nicole and then you want both of them. They force you to spend while also being nice and rerunning Durin soon. This seems most likely to me. We get Moika as the Archon. Yeah, the 6.5 doesn't have an Archon in it, but I think Skirk is close enough to an Archon in terms of hype and revenue that they're going to be fine with having Skirk as their Archon-ish character, especially if she's buffed by Snow Maiden, but we'll see how it goes. And then, yeah, so I have Moika in 6.6. I have Flint's in 6.6. You know, he's got to rerun some point. I could see them keeping him in male jail until the end of the year, but we're going to be hopeful and have him here. And yeah, Mondstadt Chronicled alongside 6.6. So that's why I think a lot of these characters, well, mostly Clee and Albedo and Mona getting really big buffs. So I do expect them to want to rerun them at some point to make people maybe spend for Mona cons or, you know, get their Clee and Albedo going. And then 6.7 is rumored to be the last patch of the region. I could see there being a 6.8 where it's just reruns and whatever. But I think if they keep doing 0.8, they're pushing out the new region slowly but surely. Like 0.8 versions are a bit longer than 1 calendar year. So at some point, I expect them to skip a 0.8 version and go right into the new region. And since it is Nod Cry, it would make a bit of sense, as Nod Cry is sort of the summarizing patch. Like, currently they're just getting pushed out like half a month at a time, right? A few years ago, the Archon, or like the point, whatever patch we're at right now, like last year, Moika released on New Year's. This year, Columbina is releasing at the same time, but it's halfway through January. So if they keep doing 6.8, it's going to be pushed out. And I think they want to keep it to 1 version per calendar year, generally speaking. And if they want to keep doing that, they're going to have to skip a 0.8. On top of that, the pre-release information says that they're going to skip the 0.8, but of course, it always says that. Every year, they say that they're going to skip the 0.8, and then they never do. So we'll just have to see. But currently, it's looking like Sandrone is going to be a character that's going to release. Apparently, she's going to have a big redesign, maybe even a change in element. If you want to hear all about my speculation for a change of element, make sure to check out our podcast. We had a lot of fun discussing Sandrone's future potential in this episode. I'll link it down below. Make sure to go check it out if you want to hear about the potential of Superconduct Columbina. And yeah, it makes more sense than you think it does. Just go watch the video and check it out. Nefer, of course, I do expect her to rerun at some point during 6.x, and then the Traveler is representing Columbina, and Baby Beluga here is representing Jibao, Jaibu, Zebra Adeptus, Zibubu. Yeah, so that's what Baby Beluga is representing. And that will kind of round out the 6.x version. And then 7.x, apparently Alice is not playable during 6.x, and she'll be in 7. That's when I expect some more Natlin reruns, the Archon reruns for characters that have already run. I do expect a Fontaine Chronicled at some point during the 7.x. I think that these characters are not as marketable anymore, and so I expect them to be converted into Chronicled Wish. And of course, Inazuma and Sumeru Chronicled Wish. I don't expect these characters, unless they see a big resurgence alongside a certain character, like Nilu did. or Shenhe did. I expect here and there the occasional character to be taken off of the Chronicled Wish and put onto a regular banner, but generally speaking, most of these characters to be on Chronicled. Arlecchino, I'm kind of on the fence. And yeah, that is my rerun timeline. My last one aged pretty well, so we'll have to see how this one aged. I know for sure 6.3 should be accurate, but beyond that, it is really basically all my speculation. But I think the last one aged pretty well. So let me know if you think I'm totally wrong. Make sure to subscribe. It really helps out. Happy New Year. And if you don't want to do any of that, it's totally fine. Just watching the video has been more than Ineffa. Thanks so much. Bye for now. All right. Thoughts? Good? Bad? Fontaine designs really are amazing. They are very good. I like them a lot. They're a little bit polarizing, but I like them. Ito chopstick arms. That would be a good mod if they just replace his arms with chopsticks. That would be a really, really, really good mod. Really, really good. A really good mod. Where did Jello talk about Supercon Colomina? Right here. Right here, buddy. Watch it right now. Maybe I said what makes you think Novelette. Yeah, I did. I said the Abyss buffs. I said the Abyss buffs. I'm quite sure. I'm like 100% sure. Do we need to rerun soon? Maybe next patch? I think 6.6 is the soonest we can possibly hope for Durin. He literally just ran. He just ran. Do you think Scoffy will be in a Finding Chronicled Wish? Or at least rerun alongside it? No, I don't think she'll be attached to Chronicled Wish for a little while. I think she's going to be separate for a little while. What if he really likes running? True. You're going to hurt your knees, though. That much running, bad for your knees. Did you do your Abyss yet? Oh, yeah, a long time ago. When do you think Llama reruns? Wait for the video. I just recorded a video. Wasn't Arlecchino speculated in the first half, but never based on Abyss buff, but ended up in the second half? I don't know. Is that true? Anyone confirm? I did mention that some people think it'll be switched, and it could be. Didn't I do a video? I swear I did a video where I talked about... I had like all the Nod Cry characters lined up. The wife who's in Slider channel, is it April's? It's both of ours. Yeah, this one, full Nod Cry roadmap. So where's that thumbnail? I want to use that as a template. Should I pull Sea Lally or Shalonen for Moika first? Sea Lally is definitely the priority. Darren feels like bait right now. Oh yeah, I know. I used it as this template. That's why. That's what happened. Darren feels like bait right now. I mean, always pull with a plan. So all of your videos for upcoming banners still pretty much confused on whom to pull. Your analysis put me in process. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that because I try and give information. And I try not to give just pull this character advice because I don't think that's a good way to pull. I don't think you should just pull because someone said to pull. That's a recipe for regret. So like just pull characters from tier 0.5 or above. Right? That's right, right? Yeah. And only pull a DPS if you really like them. And pull the support that goes with your DPS. And if you only choose, so here's what you do. You look at the DPSs and you include Zebra, White Horse Zebra. And you pick one that you like. And then you pull their support from the tier 0.5 category. Can we get YouTube chat back? Oh yeah. That's how you pull. Wolfang doesn't work with ZB. The free play, the flute's better. What's the best Milani team? I'm so confused with all the new buffs. Should be Sucrose, Mona Pyro if you have cons for your Mona. The best thing to pull for Mualani is her cons. I hate my keyboard. Do you guys think that Varka looks better here or in his model or in the model? I think he looks way better here. What do you guys think? 5 wishes after going for Columbina. Should I save for Ineffa or save for a Scoffy and Skirk for my C1 Farina? Pull a Skirk and a Scoff. Pull a Scoffy and Skirk if you want a Scoffy and Skirk, please. Please. What do you think? Is it good to get C2 of Flint's for his premium? I can't remember off the top of my head how good his C2 is. C1, R1 is good. Do you really need to go more than that? I feel like you can kind of just get away with C1, R1 for now. Just save for something else, no? Unless you're really Flint's maxing. Why do they make her this position? She's so pretty. Look at her being all pretty like that. I gotta throw a Skirk on here, actually. Bro, Skirk is so perfect. Is that too many? Wow, us instead of Nicole. I guess we could do Nicole. I feel like Alice is more popular. It's basically just what gets more clicks, right? Make the character pictures fade to the bottom. I don't know how to do that. What? What about this, guys? Is this something a human should do too? The AI upscaler? I'll click 1,000 times if you drop her a ham seat lolly. Do you think AI can do this real fast? To make the thumbnail? No, no. AI can't make the thumbnail. I'm talking about the upscaler. Because I'm using it to upscale the image. Like, this has already been upscaled once by AI. I remember Natlin with clickbait thumbnails with Columbina. Damn. I don't think I ever put Columbina on my Natlin thumbnails. No, not AI. Well, are you gonna have to scale my image for me? Who's gonna do that? Why is there a dude in there? True, good point. Get Barky out of there. Yeah, we could put Zibby instead of Alice. Okay, I'm gonna change this color. Yeah, I think the red is nice. We'll move this up. We'll make this yellow based. So maybe we'll try it with this one. Full timeline. Oh, that looks kind of good. Maybe we can go like a lighter. Maybe we can go yellow to white. Yellow to orange is kind of better. What if I went yellow to red? And then maybe we put a black glow instead of the white glow. To make it pop more. Maybe take away the white glow. It's a bit dark. Maybe we just put black. Maybe not a glow. Maybe we just put black. Maybe like a black bar. Just like this. Maybe this one. Just to fill in the space behind it. Swap Ineffa and Varka. I don't really know that that would make any difference. Okay, then we need a different background color. Because this is like very blue. But I think we're going for more of a red. Or, yeah, the pink. Yeah? This is web editor, this is Canva Pro. I think this is kind of good. I think having the maroon be the same color really like makes it pop more. Swap them? Why? I need to hear a reason. That one looks festive, yeah. Orange. I kind of like the maroon. Not the black bar. I just think it makes it more readable. Like if you think about it being on a, you think without the black bar is better? With or without black bar? Vertical text gradient. Let's figure out the bar first. What if Hoyle officially used a banner lineup for the entire year? They would never. Black bar is better? Okay, yeah, I think so too. See there. Okay, here's why I like this bar. It helps you read. It goes from left to right the way you read. Why is Skirk there? Why? What do you mean? She's popular. It's a re-release and rerun analysis. Vertical helps with readability. Really? Read from left to right. Varka is probably the most hyped on the roster. Do you look at the pictures left to right though, or do you start in the center and work your way out? Try the same rune in the bar? No, it has to be different. Otherwise it won't pop. The center gradient looks kind of cool, but it focuses your eyes on time, which is the wrong word to focus on. Put Zabu instead of Skirk? Nah, people are waiting for Skirk. Center, over left, over right. I like the most colorful one usually. Yeah. The only thing that I do want to do is like, yeah, decrease Ineffa's saturation a little bit. From AC Colomia, then read left to right. I feel like you're gonna see who you want to see. Alice is not crazy. No, no, it's kind of clickbait. But we still do talk about her, so it's a full timeline, so that's okay. Ineffa close to community gives more focus. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think people are hyped for Zabubu. So I think people are more hyped for Skirk. I think this is fine. I think this is good. Alice caught my attention first. Yeah, I really think that whoever you're most excited for will catch your attention. I have Ineffa because she's broken right now. I have Varka because some people are looking forward to him. Colomia is obviously Archon. People are really looking forward to Skirk. And then Alice is clickbait. Yeah. Nicole deserves to be there. It's not about deserving. It's about what gets the most clicks. Plus, she's not a person. You know what I mean? It's not like in real life where someone's actually getting something that they deserve. You know, if someone was actually getting a real life prize or something, then, or real life recognition, then we could talk about deserving. But for gacha characters that don't exist, I definitely don't care about what Nicole deserves. Everyone knows it's an Ineffa rerun by now. They do. But Ineffa is like really broken, so I want to I think we could take advantage of that. But I would consider taking off Ineffa for sure. We could try one without Ineffa, and we can put someone that people are looking forward to. So like we could try Sandrone or Nicole. What do you think, Sandrone or Nicole? Nicole, Sandrone. No, two people said Nicole. Sandrone. Capitano. I didn't talk about Capitano at all. That's drawing a line. Nicole, okay. Sandrone. Pull time. Yeah, I'll just look at chat. So far, Sandrone is winning by a mile. Sandrone or Flint's? Yeah. I think it's got to be Sandrone. Both? No, we're not going to put a sixth. I had a weird dream I was back in university. Dottore, if you're Chad. I didn't talk about Dottore, so we can't put Dottore on the thumbnail. Okay, everyone's saying Sandrone. That's what I thought too. I don't think people are excited for... I don't think people are all that excited for Nicole. Nicole is too far out if ever. I think she's coming pretty soon, to be honest. Kind of a weird image. Her face looks kind of funky. It looks so bad. Do we try that one? I don't like that because it's not drawn. Surely you can get a better picture. How? What? I don't want one of the model. This one? Could be this one. This one could work. If you have Flint's without Ineffa, should you get Bina or Ineffa? It's tough because Bina's first, but Ineffa is a bit of a bigger upgrade. Be in your bonnet, Potter. Is Harry Potter boomer now? That's what I want to know. Ban him. Skirk, it's not just that she's my favorite, although she is. It's that she's very hyped and she's sold very well. And so people ask a lot about Skirk's rerun. Skirk is popping old? What? That looks nice. Is it worth it to save 360 pulls for C6 Gumming and C2 Shanyan? If you really are Gumming maxing, sure. I might not be able to edit this until I end stream. How was your holidays? Good. Kind of still going. More like a Scoffy carrying cryo. I think that Skirk and a Scoffy are about the same power level. Because a Scoffy without Skirk is not that great either. They kind of carry each other, to be honest. Like, a Scoffy without Skirk is only tier 1. You know? Is Varka hype more than Bina? You sure? I didn't say that he was hype more than Bina. My nosy buy on the thumbnail. I just don't think she's that hyped right now. People already know she's running. If you put Llama on the thumbnail, no one will blame you. Yeah, Llama isn't hyped enough, but if it was just my favorite characters, then certainly. Like you said, Zubaya's wife. Where is she? Yeah, Zubaya and Llama are my favorite character. Some of my favorite characters, but I don't just put characters on the thumbnail because they're my favorites. That's not how you make a top YouTube. That's not how you become the #1 YouTuber in all of Genshin Impact. Is Llama C1 worth it for my Ineffa? If I was a Ineffa main, I would do it probably. But worth it? I don't know. I think it's probably better just to use Kuki and go for more vertical on a different on Llama. The Ineffa situation is it clickbait? I don't think it's clickbait. I think it's like it's an arguable. It's an argument you can make. I think. It's an argument you can make. I think. Neff is just a good character to have to make not great teams. Yeah. Oh right, I can't hear anything. I can't play this right now.
I was just about to come find you. Let's see what it says.
Because I can't. My headphones aren't working, and I need to restart my computer to get them to work. I think. Because it's like I can listen to certain things, but not other things, and I can't get them to work. Fucking Windows. Is Ganyu better or Wanderer? Are you the person who's asking that on the Wanderer mains Reddit that everyone was clowning on? You can check out my objective tier list sheet. I think Wanderer is really helped by the fact that he has a free C1. I don't know. Both of them are kind of trashy, wheelchair, outdated DPS. They're about the same. Can you flip Sandrone? Can you flip Sandrone? I could. I'm probably strong enough. I mean, she is like made of potentially not like made of metal and whatever, but I could probably still do it. I'm pretty strong. I've been working out. Trying to make a tier list? Yeah, I know. I read your Reddit post. Prove it. Do 50 push-ups. No, because I'm going to be going to the gym after this. Renova's going to dethrone everyone. Bro, I'm so excited for Renova. Renova is like... I think she could be my favorite character in the game. Renova is... she could be my favorite character in the game. She has a real chance. Like, holy hell. Whew. She is so peak. So fucking peak. Bro. Oh, it's so good. She's so good. It's so good. The wings, the death, oh, holy shit. Hello? Oh my god. Do you think we'll get playable shades? Seems to OP. I think we will for sure. Oh my god, she's so perfect. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. Yeah, Hoyo would be insane not to release the shades. I think they will. They look playable. They have playable designs. Won't be playable probs. I think, if it was 1.x, I would agree, right? But we're going into the end game of Genshin. I think she will be. I think they will be. $1 billion% not playable unless she loses her powers and memories. Yeah. I don't know. In like 2 years during 8.x? Yeah. It won't be next year. Probably. That's okay though. Skirk is also overpowered in lore, but here we are. We say that every time Capitano was super popular and that didn't stop them. Okay, but let's be real. Capitano always had an NPC code. He doesn't have a face. And he still might be playable. He's not dead. He's just chilling. He's just chilling on his throne with his sword. He could be playable at any time. They just need to write, like, can you not easily see them writing a new story to make him playable? I could. Alice has an NPC code? Yeah, and she's not playable during 6.x. DC Traveler skin? Yeah. I saw it like a week ago. Like, don't forget, Skirk was shown in Fontaine. And then she wasn't playable till end of Natlan. So... like... Signora? Yeah, but Signora died. And at the time, she had a model that was different. Her model was like, her model is like the llama model, which wasn't like a playable thing at the time. She was like extra tall with extra big boobs. No playable shades. They're with no element. Skirk's not with an element. How do you think the Genshin end gonna be? They're not just gonna abandon the game. It'll be like Honkai Impact 3rd. They're just gonna keep doing this. They're just gonna keep going, man. They're gonna make Genshin 2 in the same app. Have a brand new story, maybe a new MC, and when you open up the game, you can either choose Genshin 1 or Genshin 2. And your characters will carry over. Skirk has an NPC tag in Fontaine, exactly. How much time did it take Scar to be playable? Bro, like 3 years. 2.5 years. Is that how I can put 30 years? I'm pretty sure you can, yeah, as a new player, you can either start with the new story or the original story first. The size? Yeah, but you don't have to play. You can play Genshin 2 first. Like, they'll do like a soft relaunch of the game. And try and bring in new players that way. Snark HD, subscribe with Prime. Literally my new favorite person. Thank you very much. We solved the mystery of the false sky and realized they were in the Hawkeye Star Wars universe all along. Yeah. Did Ineffa get buffed? No, she's just broken. Run over a Skirk design right now. If you just go by design, Renova has a very slight edge because I really like the death theming and like the death wings, like the eye. I'm obsessed with this eye shit. Like I love this so much, and I love these wings and this. So like, yeah, if you just pure design right now, what Skirk does for me is she also has the whale theming, which I like, but not quite as much as the eye. And then she also has like the starry tights, but I don't like that quite as much as the eye. And then I love her gameplay. And her gameplay is just absolutely peak. So that's also what keeps Skirk so high. And I think I just like the contrast of the white hair with the dark outfit a bit more. But I don't know if that's even true. My current favorite design in the game is Raiden still. So Skirk isn't even my current favorite design in the game. My favorite is Raiden. And then it's like, and yeah, Renova could rival Raiden. But like Skirk, Lauma, Shenhe. Oh, maybe Shenhe's my favorite design. I think her splash art looks a bit better than her model. If we go by splash art, then Shenhe's my favorite design in the game. Mulangi went up because of the Hexrai buffs, because of the Mona buff. Yeah, Shenhe's my favorite design in the game. So if we go purely based on design, Shenhe number 1. Where is she? Then Raiden. Then Skirk. G-Buy, maybe. I don't like her splash art, but I really like her model. Llama. I don't know. Yehoda is hurting me with her kit. The kit is still infecting my perception of her. Something like this. Iced coffee belongs in the sea. I just think she's really hot. Oh, Snark HD. Oh, I already talked about Snark HD. Yeah, if Shenhe was a DPS, it would be game over. Someone likes white hair? Apparently, right? I don't even really think that I like white hair that much. Jello and Candace, old love. It's true. I do love I do love Candace. What's Mona doing there? I love Mona. Escoffier is objectively hot, design great, but she's hot. She's just so fucking hot, bro. I don't know what to say. I also really like the devil tail. No guys on the list. There. Where is he? There. So I have pulled Jibai or Nefer. I have Llama and or Ineffa. I have Llama and Nefer. I'm going to get Bina. Only get Jibai if you want to play Jibai, and get Ineffa if you want to wheelchair some of your other characters. Flint's is close. Flint's almost makes it. These guys have a mask, and that's just so cool. That's true, you could get both. Pull for Zubai C1 with Columbina, or Zubai, Columbina, and Effa. I don't have Flint's at the moment. It depends if you want to strengthen your Zubai, or if you want to make a second team. I guess Ineffa might be a smart option because you can still get a Lugacons as well as having probably a team DPS increase. I would say it sort of does depend a little bit how good Ineffa ends up working with Zubai. If it works really good, then Ineffa. If it doesn't work so good, then Zubai C1. Oh, Mizuki. I don't generally like the droopy eyes, but for some reason with Mizuki it works for me. Shao and Sano being the highest males, my dude. They're the coolest. They have cool masks. And they have the most aura. If they were tall, they might even make A. Is Overload Sino with Durin Fischl decent for fun? No. I mean, anything with Durin Fischl is decent. Skara must be up there. Oh, I hate Skara. I hate his shorts. I hate his animations. This foot. I hate Skara. If Flint's didn't have his big long hair in the back, he would definitely be here. His hair really hurts me. Someone lost his Arley destroyed a kit. Yeah, well, this is just design. Arley? No, don't like Arley. Everyone thinks I like simp for Arley, and I love Arley. She's basically Renova. Nah. She has short hair, and she wears a suit. Gross. No. She's like male Renova. She's got a scythe? Yeah, the scythe is badass. Yeah, I mean, hey, the scythe is badass. Now, okay, you know what? You know what I would go for? If her boss outfit could be her real outfit, then we could talk. We could talk. If I could have this fixes a lot. Doesn't fix the short hair, but this helps. Think her normal outfit looks better, and you know what? That is totally fine. And that's totally fair. It still wouldn't make it super top tier for me, but it would go up for sure. She has a ponytail? Oh, does she? Oh yeah, she does have long hair. Yeah, it's true. I like ponytails. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know it's just the suit. Yeah. I totally forgot she has a ponytail. You're so right. This is the suit. I like the spider theming a lot, though. Nice. The suit's the best part? Yeah, suits just don't do it for me, unfortunately. Original Farina? Like the old one? This one? No. Not good. Don't like it. It looks a bit too NPC-ish. I feel like they didn't cook. They didn't cook with the design. It just looks too flat, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The hair is flat. I don't know. Yeah, the childish, yeah. This kind of looks okay from the side. Still a bit off though. It just looks a bit off to me. It's just a bit off to me. To Gunner jail, all of you. I definitely belong in Gunner jail. I love that you sit there and try to make up reasons. Yeah. I do like the old Moika a lot. But I like the new Moika a lot too. Moika's hot as fuck. I just don't like her bike. I like both, to be honest. Old and new. Just don't like the bike. I hate the bike so much that it ruins everything for me. Is Risley best male design? I think it's good. Not for me. Old Muika New Muika, it's like her ancient design, like the from before, like her time skip thing that she did. Yeah, we see her in the comic. Where is it? I don't know what to search. I take it you don't want to learn her charge cancel bike tech. I started and then I stopped. I got it a little bit. Ooh, white looks cool. The white looks really nice. Left side above your face cam. This one. This one. Yeah, beautiful. What about Clorand? I like Clorand, but a big part of my love for Clorand is not just her design, it's also her gameplay and her animations. So if we go just by design, she doesn't quite make the S tier for me. All right, I think we're gonna call it there for today, guys. But should be streaming again tomorrow, and look forward to the video coming out very shortly. Lots of fun hanging out, and yeah, we'll hang out again soon. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, happy whatever else you celebrate. This is Bryson doing like account review something. All right, say hello for me. Say Jello says hi.